lovely Aries. I hope you guys are well. And of course, this is your reading for June 2025. Aries, in meditation, first of all, I saw a lot of numbers that added up to 10. Well, I saw 1010, I saw 2323, and I saw 0909, which was interesting. Archangel Michael then showed me somebody looking out over a vista as if they were preparing to jump into the new. In a separate vision, I was taken to what looked like an 18th century market town. It was sort of a market town square. And there was a rather portly gentleman who had a scroll of paper, and he was trying to talk to the townspeople, but everyone was really busy. There were stall holders selling fruit and veg. There were women gossiping in the corner of a square. It's as if nobody was interested. And so he cleared his throat, and out of nowhere, he got sort of this megaphone, and he stood up on a wooden crate, right? And he began to say, he, as in, I have something important to say, in sort of old English language. Fascinating. And then the vision ended. So Aries, you may be coming to the end of a cycle, looking forward to jumping into the new, but it might be that you need to raise your voice, or it might be that you feel that whoever you are communicating with, it could be about a brand new beginning, it could be about finalizing an old cycle. They're either just ignoring you on purpose, as in they're in denial, they don't want to hear it, or they don't believe you. Oh, yeah, Aries. Okay, yeah, this is going to end, is it? Or you're going to move into something new. Yeah, okay. It's as if you're getting frustrated. You may feel that someone's not taking you seriously. So, guys, let's jump in. Arnold is with me. Margaret's here too. Yeah, Aries, I'm getting eaten by my plants here. Aries, you're just feeling a sense of frustration. All right, guys, here we go. This is the Witch's Tarot, by the way. If you'd like a private reading, I'm still offering 30% off 30-minute love readings. I'm going to continue that for as long as I can. What do we have for my lovely Aries? Thank you, Michael. I'm now seeing clouds part after the rain and the sun is coming out. Aries, you may have had a realization about something, or you may be beginning to feel happier, lighter, because you might have made a really serious decision, which has meant that you don't feel quite so burdened anymore. Might have been something weighing on your mind for a long time. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing this portly gentleman, I keep saying portly gentleman, but that's what he looks like, on this wooden crate, and a load of villagers are sort of gathering around him, listening. Oh, okay, what have you got to say? Yeah, so you are going to get someone's attention, Aries, or a group of people. Okay, guys. Four of Cups, yes, disenchanted, that people aren't listening, people aren't taking you seriously. You may feel a bit down about that. Because in your eyes, this is really, really important. Yes, Three of Wands. Now look at that. This is someone looking out over a vista. This is the image that I saw. About to jump into the new, wanting to embrace change. Interesting. I'm now seeing somebody playfully turning a light bulb on and off, on and off, on and off, until the fuse blows. And then someone's taking notice. Aries, you may have tried to get someone's attention for the longest time. As in, I need to talk to you, we need to sort this out, or I'm serious, I want to move into this new cycle with you. Nothing you said seems to have taken effect. It might be, Aries, because you've mentioned this before and you didn't take action, or you mentioned that you might do this, but then you dragged your feet. It's as if, yeah, Aries, we've heard it all before, right? Or I've heard this all before. You're serious this time. You're ready for the new. In the past, Aries, Knight of Wands, you move forward towards someone passionately. It might be that you wanted to actually relocate, to actually move. It could be, Aries, you were fired up and just wanted progress. After that time, Four of Swords, somebody wasn't very receptive, is what I'm getting. I don't think this is your energy, Aries. I think you approach someone full of excitement, full of good news, but their reaction was, hang on, let's really think about this, or I need some time to digest this. It might have been a bit disappointing. What you're thinking about, guys, is the Ten of Wands. Yeah, Aries, you are no longer ready or willing to carry the burden. You want to put it down. You want to turn your back on the burden and look to your future. But this is you highly stressed because you're dealing with someone or a group of people who simply don't believe you or who choose to ignore what you're trying to say. Maybe because it would affect them, this decision you're making, and they don't want to have to think about this or cope with any change in their lives. In the immediate future, guys, Temperance, you're being guided by the angels, Aries. You may be wanting to communicate with a Sag for some of you, but that is the energy that relates to Archangel Michael. He may be guiding you at this time, but there may also be a realization, Aries, that this closing out of a cycle, moving into the new, is not going to happen tomorrow. You're going to have to be methodical, patient, clear, concise, is what I'm hearing. In your fears, Seven of Cups, I'm hearing someone say, no, 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 no. Isn't there another way? Isn't there another option? I'm not sure I really want to do this. Aries, you're afraid of pushback somehow. You're afraid that someone's going to say, oh, well, okay, Aries, if you really want to do this, all right, but we're going to have to take it slowly. We're going to have to, dot the I's, cross the T's. And this is you feeling, again, that sense of frustration, worried, fearful that they're going to turn around to you after, say, 6 months and say, sorry, Aries, it's not going to be convenient for me. Or, sorry, Aries, I don't want to close out the cycle. You're worried. In this person's energy that you're speaking to, they're thinking about the Five of Pentacles. So Aries, either this is you wanting to close out a cycle with someone, but this person's worried about financial loss. Or Aries, you're moving towards someone new to sort of give them good news. I'm ready to leave the cycle behind I've been in. It's been too stressful for me. I'm happy to take this slowly, but you may be approaching someone, Aries, that you might have left out in the cold before, and they don't know whether or not, in the nicest sense, you mean it this time, right? You may have insinuated you were ready for a new start with someone, maybe someone else, but perhaps you pulled back, you were confused, you didn't know whether or not you really wanted to do this, almost as if you were sort of crying wolf, right? In your hopes, hoping for the Nine of Cups, hoping just to be blissfully happy. Okay. The outcome, Aries, Five of Cups. I'm hearing you're going to need to shout louder and you're going to have to be very clear pertaining to what you want for the future. All right. Clarification for you guys. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. The Empress. Aries, you may be wanting as a masculine to be with someone sat in pre-Empress energy that you may believe is your true divine feminine. Okay. Or you may be a feminine Aries who is wanting to get out of a long-term situation to be with someone that you feel is your perfect person. So you as a feminine may be ready to leave a marriage to become single, but you're maybe getting pushback from someone you might be married to or somebody that you may be living long term with, worried about their finances if you detach from them. Either Aries, because you've been living with someone and you've both been paying 50-50. So this is someone who may feel that if you leave a house you've been renting, or if you two have been paying a joint mortgage, it's going to affect them financially. Or this is a husband, Aries, who's worried that after they give you the divorce settlement, they're not going to have much money left for themselves. Could be male or female. Whoever this person is, sitting in the Five of Pentacles, is the King of Cups. So Aries, this King of Cups is either someone that you want to be with, or this King of Cups is someone that you're married to. Two of Cups. Oh, Aries, don't break my heart is what I'm hearing. Who sang that song? Say You Love Me Again. Wow, I think that was a song from the 90s? Late 80s, 90s? No, it was Unbreak My Heart. Unbreak My Heart. Who sang that? Is it someone like Natalie Cole? Anyway, you guys will tell me in the comments. Underneath the deck, Aries, we have, all right, Two of Pentacles. Aries, you have been trying to find the right time to tell someone how you feel. What you want to do, I think, is to leave a situation, Six of Swords, to be with someone that you love, who you may have walked away from previously. Yes, you love this person, Aries. Wow. So guys, I feel I'm dealing with a feminine Aries who is feeling a little bit disheartened, because with the Three of Wands, Aries, you want to turn your back on a situation to be with someone that you love. You may have had a slight dalliance in the past with someone, could have had a fling with someone. They may have walked away from you because you were held in a relationship. This relationship has got way too taxing for you. It's just too much of a burden for you now. I think you've been patient long enough and you want to speak to a King of Cups, either to say to this King of Cups, I love you, I want to be with you. This is someone you left out in the cold before. You may be worried they're going to say no, right? You kept me hanging. Or Aries, this is a partner that you want to detach from. The problem is, if you guys part, they're somehow going to be sat in the Five of Pentacles. They're going to be worried about money. On top of that, Aries, this may be a long-term partner of yours you want to leave, but they still love you, Aries. They may not want to let you go. They may want to mend this. We will see what's going to happen, Aries. You're wanting the Nine of Cups. You're wanting your happiness. But with the Five of Cups, there's a sense of you feeling just a little bit disappointed. I've got to be honest. All right, guys, shall we get into this? See what's going on. Archangel Michael, why is Aries sat feeling very disappointed? Four of Cups is, right. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't think this is working out. I want a fresh start with this person that I love. You're thinking about them possibly at a distance. You're wanting to embrace change. It's as if Aries, light bulb's gone off in your head and you're thinking, what am I doing sitting here? I want to be with the person I love, right? Death card. Okay. You may be wanting to be with a Scorpio, or it may well be Aries that you want to leave a Scorpio. We got a King of Cups there. Eight of Swords. It's as if you're trapped in your head. What's on your mind? Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Aries, either you feel this King of Cups, if this is someone you want to be with, this is someone that you want to build a life with, that you love, either you feel they're not going to be interested because you pushed them away before, you stayed in a long-term commitment with someone else up until now, and you may feel that they just lost interest. I have to say, if that's the case though, Aries, they haven't. They still love you. If this is a partner, Aries, you may be keen to start a new life, rebuild with someone new. But your partner still loves you, Aries. And it's a burden for you because you don't want to break this person's heart, right? I mean, even if you're not in love with this person anymore, you don't wish to cause them upset or stress. The Sun, you're dreaming of your happiness, Aries. You're dreaming of your happiness, guys. But up until now, you've been pushing down your feelings because either you felt that your partner would not release you, would kick up a fuss, or Aries, you may have been worried that if you wanted to return to somebody that you may have had a fling with in the past to say, I'm ready to leave a long-term commitment, you may be worried that they've moved on in their life because you left them out in the cold before. But if that's the case, no, Aries, this person has a lot of love for you. Yeah. It's as if you're sitting in the middle of the bridge. You've got your long-term stable situation on one side of the bridge. You've got a brand new start on the other, if I can speak. And Aries, you're just fed up of sitting in the middle. You want to choose, right? And I think you've chosen a new start, but you're worried about someone's reaction. What happened in the past? What did the Knight of Wands represent in the past? The Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. You manifested fast movement forward. I think you headed towards a lover, Aries. I've got to be honest. Lots of passionate messages. Yeah. This is you manifesting a beautiful, passionate start with someone. A lot of communication, yes, because you felt you met the right person in the past. It might have shocked you, Aries. I mean, this could have been you in a long-term situation. Okay, not very exciting, but, you know, you and your partner were getting on really well. You had a great routine. Life was good. And then you may have met someone and it chucked all the cards in the air. As in, you thought, oh my goodness, I didn't expect to meet this person. We've fallen in love. What am I going to do? You may have felt you met this person for a reason, Aries. I feel we were divinely guided to meet. But you were dealing with another cycle. What is really fascinating in this card, if you'll have a look at this, guys, we have one big wheel, but we have one pentacle here, one cup, okay? We have a wand and we have what looks like or represents air energy here. Aries, you felt in the past that this person ticked all your boxes. There might have been a lot of communication. You two may have fallen for each other very fast, a lot of passion. And you realized that this person wanted to commit to you. And I think in the past, even though you knew this was your person, you just didn't have the courage to jump out of the situation you were in. You thought about it, Four of Swords, but instead of taking action, you pulled back to do some thinking. What were you thinking about? What do I do? Tower. This is your Aries energy. This is also Scorpio, which is interesting. You were either shocked that you met this person and you fell for them so quickly, or the Tower moment was you thinking, what do I do pertaining to the person I'm with? What do I do? Am I ready to leave a long-term situation? Yeah, the Fool. Aries, this is you. Do I go for it? Do I just go for it and hope for the best? But you may have felt it was risky. You may have felt, no, right, the Moon, yeah, and there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of fear. Either you wanted to be with a Cancerian, this could also be a Scorpio, or this was someone you were in a long-term situation with and you felt you just couldn't leave. So you kept your feelings inside, Aries, for whomever you fell for. You pushed your feelings down and you thought, I can't do this. I have to stay put. I don't have the courage to jump out of a long-term situation. But I think over the last few months, Aries, you felt the weight of this indecision. 10 of Wands. It's as if, I can't do this anymore. I can't pretend I'm happy. I'm in love with somebody else. I need to get out of this situation, right? 4 of Cups. I don't want to be here. I want to be with the person that I love. Oh, what's on your mind, guys? Yeah, you're ready for new love. Because Aries, this was not just attraction. This person ticked every one of your boxes. They ticked every one of your boxes, Aries. Chariot. Cancerian energy. This is you thinking, I just want to leave and be with this person. I just want to be, I'm hearing in their energy, in their presence. I just want to be with them, hold their hand. I want to look at them. Aries, you may be a bit obsessed. Bless you. Page of Wands, you may be tempted to reach back out to this person that you walked away from in the past. Hey, just wanted to touch base. How are things going? But you may be afraid, Aries, with the Page of Wands and the 10 of Swords, they're going to be angry. But Aries, you walked away from this in the past. But Aries, you didn't make a decision to leave someone else in the past. But Aries, you insinuated you do this before and you didn't do it. You're worried about their reaction. So guys, all's not lost. There may be ways around this, or you may need to be just a little bit more patient, okay? In the immediate future, we have Temperance. You are angelically guided to be with this person. You know it. They're the one for you. You may be communicating with them. I want you to be a little bit more patient with me. I want to get out of the situation I'm in, but are you happy to wait? Or this could be you thinking, I need to be very calm in how I approach a long-term partner who I know still loves me, because it's going to be a difficult situation. As in, what I'm going to say, they're not going to like. I've got to choose the right time, make sure they're in a good mood, make sure we have privacy, right? You may have kids, I don't know. So Archangel Michael, when do we have Temperance and the 5 of Pentacles for Aries? Thank you, Michael. 18th of July, straight out. Okay, he's pointing forward, 21st of July, 28th of July. I'm hearing, no, I don't think we should do that. I'm seeing somebody with a holiday brochure. Oh, this is going to be really awkward, guys. Whilst you're gathering up the courage to have a sort of, I think we need to end the relationship type of conversation, your person is wanting to talk about booking a summer holiday. Okay. Maybe Aries, they kind of know what you're going to say and they're trying to change the subject, or they're trying to push away this conversation by talking about booking a holiday. Tell us about the King of Cups, Archangel Michael, please. Okay, the King of Cups is highly stressed, having sleepless nights, possibly Aries, because they're nervous about what you're going to say. They're nervous about what you're going to say. They may have been trying to avoid a conversation. They may have been working late in the office because they didn't want to come home. Aries, I think this is your partner. I think this is your partner. 6 of Wands. They've been wearing a false mask, Aries. They may have been addicted to their career. This is somebody who may have left you out in the cold because they spent all their time working, right? What is this person thinking about? What's the uppermost thought in their mind? The 10 of Pentacles. Aries, this is someone who wants to stay in a long-term situation with you. They've got a great job. They may have worked very hard to build a beautiful life with you. Maybe pay off a mortgage. Do they have any regrets at all? Yes, they do. Wow. They may regret, Aries, not paying you enough attention, not taking you out, not telling you they love you, not spending time with you. They may have been all about their career, Aries. How do they see Aries, Michael? Yeah, they see you sat the Queen of Swords. Okay, they know that you have distanced yourself from them. They also know, Aries, that you two have been very cold towards each other in recent times. And they're heartbroken about that. Okay, wow. This is almost the energy of, oh my goodness, I think I'm about to lose Aries. I don't want that to happen. What can I do to make things right? This is someone who may have just spent all their time on their career, ignored you. Because of that, Aries, I think you moved towards someone who was very into you, very passionate about you, wanted to be with you. You two fell in love and you've been sitting on the fence about ending this long-term situation with a King of Cups who still loves you. Aries, this is someone sat in regret. What are you going to say to the King of Cups? Five of Swords. Aries, I think deep down you're angry because you may feel that just at the point where you're ready to move forward into your happy place with the person that you fell in love with, because your partner ignored you, your partner didn't put in the effort, they are doing everything they can now to pull you back in emotionally, and you're angry, right? It's as if, okay, well, you haven't really spoken more than 10 words to me for the last year or so. You've just been addicted to your career. Now you're pulling all the stops out. Aries, you're angry because the Temperance card and the Five of Swords is you thinking, gosh, you know, I've been patient, I've coasted, I've waited for things to improve between us and they haven't because this guy hasn't put in any effort. You may be angry. You may say to this person, why are you talking about us going on holiday? Why are you talking about the fact that suddenly you want to take me out for dinner? You've sabotaged this relationship already. It's as if you want to say to this person, it's not good enough or it's too late. Right? Yes, you've sabotaged this relationship. You've sabotaged this relationship. What are you saying to this King of Cups? Knight of Swords. Aries, be careful that, and I love you guys, be careful that you don't gaslight this person because deep down you feel guilty because what you really want to do is say to them, this is over. I don't get the impression, Aries, this person cheated on you. I think this is someone just addicted to their career, wanting to build up their financial stability. They may not have spent a lot of time with you. They may have ignored you. They may have worked late in the office, but they do still love you. You may be, in the nicest sense, overreacting to them wanting to spend more time with you. Oh, so finally you want to spend time with me. Well, you haven't over the last few years, really overreacting because you're nervous that this person isn't going to hear you. They don't want to hear what you've got to say, which is, I want out. I want out of this. How are you feeling? You're realizing your person doesn't want to let you go, Aries. Yeah, Nine of Wands. You're standing your ground. You've had enough. You want out of this, Aries. What are you saying to them? Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Aries, you may say to them, don't make it all about the kids, or don't make it all about the fact that we got a child together, we should stay together. Or you may be, Aries, having to be very blunt. And it might be uncomfortable for this person to hear, because even though they may still be in love with you, Aries, even though they may not show it, what you may be saying to this person is, I actually feel we're living like flatmates now. I see you as a good friend of mine. I'm sorry I fell out of love with you. You may feel you have to say that to sort of drum it home, that this is not going to be a relationship that is going to be able to be rebuilt. You may be tempted to say something a little bit harsh, Aries, because they're just not wanting to hear you. Yeah, the truth is you're done. Truth is, Ace of Swords. Yeah, no, this is done for you. This is done for you. This is done for you, Aries. Wow. The Lovers. You may be totally cards on the table with this person. You may say to them, actually, I've met someone. I want to be with someone else. I want to be with someone else. Aries, wow. Yes. What you're saying to this person is, I am sorry, but I want to end this. I'm sorry, I want to end this. What is the energy between you? Between you? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, I mean, Aries, you are ready to walk away from this. You're looking out to your future. You want to be with the person you're in love with. Your King of Cups realizes this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jack is with me. Sorry, Jack is a spirit that lives in the house with me. Sorry, guys. Sometimes the lights go crazy. All right, let's concentrate. Eight of Cups. So, guys, what you're hoping for is the Nine of Cups. Are you hoping, Aries, that the person that you fell in love with in the past is going to accept you married because your partner won't release you? Or you could simply be hoping that your King of Cups changes his mind and he says yes to maybe separating. What is the Five of Cups for Aries, Michael? The Hermit, Virgo energy. You're looking at the past, doing some soul searching, Aries. You're looking at the past, soul searching. Shadow side. What is the shadow side? What is the shadow side? Okay. Aries, King of Swords. This is the guy you want to be with. He could be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, because we've got the Lovers card there. Could be a Gemini that you want to be with. Whoever this guy is very blunt with you. What he's saying to you, Aries, is, I've waited and waited. You said that you would leave and then you didn't. I've been patient with you. I've given you enough time. And now you're coming back to me to say, oh, it's going to be difficult because my King of Cups doesn't want to let me go. He's sort of had enough. You may be looking back thinking, if I hadn't have actually had a full-blown affair with this guy and we'd taken things much more slowly, he wouldn't be pushing me away now. Maybe you feel you messed him around in the nicest sense a little bit because you just couldn't make a decision to leave your long-term commitment. And Aries, I don't blame you. It's a really big decision. What are you going to say to the King of Swords? I think this is the guy you want to be with. Yeah, you're apologizing. I am really sorry that I've made you wait. I'm sorry I messed you around, but my King of Cups will not release me. What are you saying to him? Okay. Aries, I think you're going to talk about separation because the Ten of Cups is you saying to this King of Swords, look, how would you feel if I moved out of living with my King of Cups and we set up house, you know, we spent some time living together, right? Six of Cups. This is a past life soulmate for you, Aries. You have just been stuck in the past, remembering happy times with this King of Swords. What else are you going to say? The High Priest, Taurian energy. Aries, I think you're trying to win him around because what you're saying is, look, I know we have a spiritual connection. I know who you are to me. But I've had a lot of history with my partner, King of Cups. He still loves me. And it's going to be very, very difficult for me to pressurize him into divorce. What is this King of Swords going to say? He wants you to divorce, Aries. Six of Pentacles for me is dividing the assets in this scenario. He doesn't want to be breadcrumbed in the nicest sense, Aries. He wants you to make a firm decision. What else is he saying to Aries, Michael? What else is he saying? Knight of Pentacles. Aries, this is a guy who would definitely commit to you. I don't know whether or not, in the nicest sense, subconsciously you've been dragging your feet about divorce, even though you want to talk to your King of Cups about that, because you may have been nervous that your King of Swords would not really want to commit, as in he wouldn't want to marry you. This King of Swords may realize that, Aries. And what he's saying is, I would want to commit to you. I would want to commit to you. What are you thinking about? You're thinking about the Hangman, Pisces energy. Aries, you may be seeing things differently. Previously, if you felt you'd fallen in love with this King of Swords, but you were on the fence about leaving your King of Cups, what you're realizing is your King of Swords would want a really serious long-term situation with you. You may have been reticent about divorcing your King of Cups or even legally separating from him because you may have been worried that it wouldn't work out long-term with your King of Swords. What he's saying to you is, Aries, I would want to commit to you. I would want to talk about getting engaged, getting married. Because I think intuitively deep down, he knows that might be why you were sitting on the fence about divorce. Okay. Page of Swords. Aries, you're giving him a difficult message of truth. Queen of Wands, this is you. I think, Aries, you want to take your time with this. Despite the fact that you're ready to end the connection with your King of Cups, you're not ready to delve straight into something really serious with your King of Swords. You may want him to warm up a little bit. You may feel he's still a bit antsy underneath, that you've made him wait. You may want to see how things go. You may want you two to live together for a period of time. He's pressing you to divorce, but you're not certain. It's as if you don't want to jump from the frying pan into the fire. You know it's not going to work anymore with your King of Cups, even though he still loves you. You want to be with your King of Swords, but you don't want to rush the process because you want to be absolutely certain that it's going to go long term. He's basically saying to you, okay, Aries, you divorce all, that's it. You're dealing with somebody who knows what they want. It might be because you've been dragging your feet in the past. What are you going to decide to do? One final card, Michael, please. The Star. Now, this guy could be an Aquarian, sure, with a star. I think what you're going to say to this King of Swords is, look, I need time to heal fully from the ending of a long-term situation with my King of Cups. Let's not rush the process. And you also, I keep getting, Aries, you want to get him out of this rather blunt, sharp energy he's sitting in. I think he's underneath just a bit annoyed still. He loves you, Aries, but you may have made him wait. You want him to soften a little bit. You want the two of you to get romantic and passionate again. You want to make sure this is really going to work. What you're saying to your King of Swords is, you are my wish come true. I'm happy to separate from my King of Cups to make it work with you, but I don't want to jump straight into divorce. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I love you, right? But you want to make sure that after making this decision, you can move to calmer waters within yourself emotionally, and you can get this lovely feeling back with your King of Swords because he's in his logical mind right now. He's not thinking about romance and passion, Aries. He's not. and you want to shift him into a softer energy. I think you're going to be able to do that, but it's going to take some time, okay? So my lovely Aries, give this some time. Let this King of Swords warm up again with you. Heal totally from separating from your King of Cups. He's not going to be happy, but he's going to have to deal with it. And just let the love flow, Knight of Cups, between you and your King of Swords. Okay? He will soften. It's going to be okay. But it may well be that this just needs a little bit more time. Okay? So guys, I am going to leave it there. I hope it's helped one or two of you. Let me know, as always, down below in the comments. Take care of you. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.